Ooh, I don't know what song this is. I don't know what, but that, whatever instrument that is, that a guitar or something, this thing is going up. What's up? Top of the morning, y'all. It's Keep Good News. Y'all know what today is. It's Monday. It's the best day of your life. More importantly, because it really don't matter if it's Monday or not. It just matters that today you make the most of everything that's in front of you. You make the most of this opportunity because you only get this one opportunity. And it's called today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, the topic is, what is the cost of growth? The cost of growing, the cost of change. What are you willing to pay? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because every single time that you change, it does cost you 100% of the time. You know, they say you can't get something without giving something. It's true, and it's so true. You can't get something without first giving something. You know, me and my mom been talking a lot lately about this, and we've been talking about your hand has to be open in order to receive, to give and to receive. So if you're willing to give and your hand is open, that's also how you're willing to receive. Your hand got to be open either way. So anyways, the cost of growth. What is it going to cost you to get to the next point and stage in your life? Because here it is. The reason why you're not there because you haven't paid the price yet. You're not there because you haven't paid the price. Now, the truth is, some of you are paying the price, but the price ain't been paid in full. It's still on layaway. Gotta pay the price. So what is the cost of your growth? I'm gonna jump to my chat here and say top of the morning. I didn't even put it up. I gotta put it up right now. See, look at me. Say top of the morning to everybody in the chat. Today is, like I said, it's Monday. More importantly, it's the best day of your life. That's all that really matters. And today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is the cost of growth. You know, when you want to change and grow, when you want to expand, when you want to get bigger, it's like a stressful thing. You know, when you were younger, I know for me, as young boys, when we started getting taller, our knees really hurt. Like, oh my gosh, like my knees were killing me when I was a teenager. Like, right, you know, like it's like the ball right in front of your knee. And that's literally growing pains. It's literally because your body is stretching and expanding. So it's causing you pain because, you know, your body's not used to moving like this. Or when babies are teething and there's pain, there's a cost to the benefit. You understand what I'm saying? There is a cost to the benefit. So are you willing to pay whatever the price is? Are you willing to pay the cost of change? Now, if you're not willing to, it's something that's super important to understand. You got to understand that things are going to stay the same then. And you got to be okay with that. Things are going to be the same if you don't pay the cost to change. Everything that you want to change requires something. If you want to lose weight, it requires something. If you want to make more money, it requires something. And that something, ladies and gentlemen, is the big C word. The big C word is change. It is change. When change happens, when you decide to change yourself, people around you have to make the decision to either change with you or stay the same and accept the fact that you change. But some people want you to stay the same too because it makes them comfortable. Maybe you set the bar for a lot of people in your life, and if you get better, like, damn, I got to get better again. Now I got to step my game up. Fact of the matter is, there's a huge cost. There's a huge cost to change. And are you willing to pay whatever the cost is? Are you willing to lose relationships? Are you willing to lose money? This is a big one. Most people won't lose money. People are afraid to lose money more than anything. People will lose relationships before they lose money, which is crazy to me because I'm going to tell you from my experience, relationships are way more valuable than money is. Money runs out. You can have a relationship last forever. Do you hear what I just said? Money will run out, but a good relationship will last forever. There is a cost, ladies and gentlemen, for every part of your life that you want to change. So I want you to think about this, about what you're doing right now, and about your path, about where you're going, about your goals, about your the achievements you have set out, your 2022 accomplishments. And what do you have to change? You know, I saw a video and he said it, if you sit in bed at night and you ask yourself, what's the one thing I need to change? Ooh. Just ask yourself, what's the one thing you need to change? See, here's the thing. We all know what we need to change most of the time. I think it was Brian Tracy that says, we all know what we should do. We usually always know how to make it better. We know what to do. The problem is, it's the activity behind it that does not get done. So think about it. What's the one thing that you need to change? What's the one thing that you need to change? I've heard a very wise woman say this. She said, you're only probably 1, 2, or 3 changes away from everything you want. Do you hear what I just said? You're probably 1, 2, or 3 changes away from everything that you want. A couple changes could change your life. Let me ask you a question. Do you want your life to change? Do you want your life to change, or do you want it to stay how it is right now today? Do you want your life to stay exactly how it is today? Is this your goal? Have you reached your pinnacle? Is this your top? Have you made it to where you want to go? Is this it for you? If it's not, guess what? You have to change to get to the next part. You gotta change to get to the next part. Everything you are, everything you've done have gotten you to where you are right now. So you have to pay the new cost. I was talking to our best friend Devontae this morning, and we was using analogies about last year and this year. And, you know, we both use football analogies about how every year there's a new team. Every year there's new players on teams. So you can't use the film from last year to study the new team. You got to use film from this year. You have to change. Hear what I'm saying? You must change your play patterns for the next team. You must change your strategy to beat the next team. You have to change this season. There's new players involved. There's new things in the way. There's new opportunities at large. There's new relationships that are going to change you. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, that most people prefer to stay the same because it's comfortable. Because it's comfy. Because it's comfy. People don't want to change. They say, how can I change my life but stay the same? I'm here to tell you that it's impossible. You cannot stay the same and change things around you. You have to become different. You have to become different. You have to become different. How do you become different, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not talking about personality traits, but some people need to change their personality traits. But you also need to learn new skills. Learn new skills. Acquire new knowledge. Develop new habits. That's how you change. But it's necessary. Your daily activities must change. Your daily routine must no longer be a routine. Breaking habits of the past. I got to say top of the morning to my brothers in the Giants Den. Top of the morning, I'm pretty sure that's Tay. Top of the morning, bro. Appreciate you for tuning in. My brother Jason Darnell, y'all know who it is. What's good, Ma? Top of the morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, hopping in the chat. If you're just now getting in, today's topic, we're talking about the cost of change. What is it going to cost you to get to the next level? What's required? Let me ask you a question. What is required for you to go to the next level? What's required? If you know what's required and you're not doing it, and see, here's the thing. I know that most people know what's required and just making a decision to not do what's required. You know what type of effort is required for your business to grow. The problem is you're not giving it the right effort. Let's be honest. You know what effort is required for you to lose weight. The problem is you're not giving the effort. Let's be honest. Most of the time we know how to make ourselves better. We make the choice not to make the better decision. To improve and change who we are. Jim Rohn says, income doesn't far exceed personal development. So that means developing the person, developing the individual. Are you still developing? Or do you feel like you already developed? Are you that arrogant to believe that you've already developed? That you know enough? It's very important to understand. You must continue to evolve every single moment that's available to you. As soon as you decide to stop teaching yourself, as soon as you decide to stop learning, you are no longer paying the cost. Devontae's in the chat. He said clarity of goals is important. And this is why I agree with him. Because when your goals are clear, and we talk about this on the show all the time, you got to be really precise with what you're asking for. You can't say, I want more money, and then God gives you $1, and you say, that's not enough. He said, well, it's more money, though. So get clear on your goals. Because when the clearer you get on your goals, the more specific you get, they start determining your actions for it. See, here's the thing about it is, like when you're clear, the actions that's necessary are already determined. Like you kind of know what to do. You kind of know what to do. You may not have it all mapped out, but you got an idea. This is what you should be doing. And the reason why we know exactly what we should be doing, because it's other people doing it. It's not like we started from nothing. It's not like we don't have the access anymore. Like if some people don't have access, I understand. But most people in the world have the internet now, especially if you live in America. If you live in America, I don't want to hear your excuses. You know why? Because I've seen people with less than you have achieve more than what you have by simply just taking the right actions, changing at the right time, being open, being serious, and being ultimately clear about what they want to do. And finding clarity is a process, ladies and gentlemen. It's like cleaning a window. You don't say, oh, I'm not going to get the window because it's not clean. I can't see out the window. The window is dirty. My goals are not clear. The window is dirty. Well, clean the freaking window so that way you can get clear, you can see. But cleaning the window is a process. People are lazy. They don't want to clean their own window. They want somebody else to come make the vision for them. They want somebody else to complete the thought. They want somebody else to wash their windows. You got to clean your own windows. And the more you clean, the clearer it gets. And as you start cleaning the window more and more, like you get excited because the image starts becoming, as you wiping, it's like, oh my gosh, I can see now. I never seen this before. I didn't realize how big the window was. I didn't realize how strong the window was. I didn't realize how clear my vision could be. When I'm talking about cleaning those windows, ladies, I'm talking about the work you're putting in. I'm talking about the time you're taking. I'm talking about the effort you're making. I'm talking about the decisions you make. I'm talking about you paying the cost. I'm talking about you changing. Not being afraid of change. So many people are afraid of change because of sometimes what others might think. And me and Devontae was talking about this morning too. What others might think. What will my family say? And I blame that on our parents, because they have so much, I would say, like, that's for me and myself and most people, usually their parents or, their wife, their partner, or whatever the case may be, husband. That'd be the people that they're afraid to see, to judge them the most because they feel like they know them best, but nobody knows you like you. You spend more time with yourself than you do anybody else. So here's what I'm saying. If those people love you, they'll allow you to change and they will change with you. If they don't love you and you start changing and they decide that the change is not for them, let the process be the process and you have to move with your intention for your life. So many of us live for other people. But you realize when you start living for yourself, more importantly, the ones you're supposed to have with you, the ones that's supposed to make it with you, the ones that's supposed to be there in the end will be there. And if you don't believe that, then you don't trust in yourself enough. You don't believe that you have the right integrity, or maybe you don't feel like you have the right intentions. I've been saying in business, and I've said it for a long time, and this is a huge word for me. It's called integrity. Integrity is so huge. And I believe, for me at least, I can't say for anybody else, but as long as I move with integrity, I can make whatever decision, good, wrong, or right. It doesn't matter. Because the integrity is all that matters. The decisions will change. But once your integrity is up for debate, it's extremely hard. To gain that back. And I'm not even talking, and that's from other people, but even for yourself is more difficult. Even for yourself, it's more difficult. Having that integrity within, I'm telling you. So if you're moving like that, and you tell somebody, hey, this is why I'm working 12 hours a day. This is why I can't sleep at night. You paying that cost, man. Listen, I never knew what people were talking about to a degree. Like, I understand now, what it is to actually be a business owner and to have a process and work with people and this whole process. And I've never been here before. Like I was telling somebody the other day, I've never been to this place before. This is new. Everything is new for me right now. So I'm learning as I'm going as well. But now I understand what they talking about with them sleepless nights. I get it. When everybody go home on the weekend and you still sitting up just thinking away, your brain is full. That's the cost. And I understand some people don't want to pay that cost either. I always say more people are afraid of success than they are failure. Because with success comes so much more than failure. It's easy to fail. You can put in no effort and fail. So people like the easy route because it doesn't require any effort. It's easy to fail. So I understand why people choose failure, because failure is a choice. When you fail and you decide to fail, you say, hey, you're telling yourself, I'm not going to pay the cost. I'm not going to do what's required. So I'm just going to say I failed. I'm going to say I tried. I'm going to say it didn't work out. I'm going to say this stopped me. I'm going to find an excuse that's justifiable for me to feel good. And then I'm going to find a tribe of other people who have a similar excuse so we can laugh together and feel good about it together. Misery loves company. You ever been at a workplace? And usually when you go to a workplace, and I read this in one of my books, which I do my best not to, sit and gossip Or at least if I'm sitting in gossip, I just don't join the conversation. I've been really intentional about if I'm in a room where there's gossip going around, I just sit there and listen. I'm not gonna change the environment, but I'm just not going to participate in it. So if you've ever been to work, if you ever worked in a large place, most people are gossiping most of the time. Most people are talking about what they do and don't like, what happened. Everybody's, against the boss. Or I don't like it's one of those things, right? And I realized like these people come together on things they dislike. I remember when I used to work for corporate in the radio business, and I would go in the break room, and every time I hear people gathering and talking, it would be around complaint. Like, man, is this it? Is this what y'all choose to convene over? Even I remember one time I was standing in line, and the people behind me started getting together talking about, man, this line taking long, and everybody's like, yeah, it's taking so long, and everybody kind of came together and rallied. Again, I was sitting there like, bro, I'm not about to join. And he was like, yeah, right, like they should be having more people working. I was like, but I'm not going to join your group of complaint. It's a waste of energy. So people are going to find reasons, and they rally around complaint. They rally around excuses. They rally around things not working out. And it becomes a culture in the community. You got to make sure that you're not in that culture community. And more importantly, what culture community are you creating around yourself? Your actions got to be in line with your goals. You can't say you want to be a millionaire and you're moving like 100,000 there. Very simple. You can't say you want to be a billionaire and you're moving like a millionaire. Very simple. You can't say you want to be wealthy and your actions and your decisions are showing that of one who doesn't believe they can get wealthy, or not of being wealthy in general. There is a huge cost. There's a huge sacrifice. I've said it before. I've passed up jobs to do what I'm doing today. Understanding that I knew that was the cost, and what I was after was something greater than I can get now. Don't be fooled by the dangling carrot. Don't be fooled by the dangling carrot. It is the devil's job to drift you off your path. It is the devil's job to lure you away from your achievements. It is the devil's job to distract you. It is the devil's job to get you out of alignment with God. Do you understand what I'm saying? So just because something sounds good don't mean you should take it. Just because it's a good opportunity don't mean you can take it, that you should take it. You gotta be, when you clear with your goals, you know which opportunities make sense for you. Unfortunately, so many people are just grabbing what's in front of them and taking that. And they under the impression, and they under the idea, well, something is better than nothing. Listen, we're not talking about getting something to eat here. We're not talking about getting gas. We're talking about your life. And no, something is not better than nothing when it comes to your life. Life is everything. It's not something. It's everything. How do you want your life to look at the end of this year? Picture it out. How do you want your life to look at the end of this year? What is it that you want to achieve this year? Just this year. I know it's hard to set certain goals, especially, we separate them by year, sometimes by month. But that's why I like to use the word ASAP. Or should I say the acronym ASAP? Because it's as soon as possible. As possible. Every day I wake up, I feel like today could be the day. Really. I really do feel that way. I said today could be the day because I know I'm paying the cost. And one day I'm gonna be paid up in full. One day I'm gonna be paid up in full. And I feel like I'm getting closer and closer. I feel like I've been paying my dues for so long. I feel like my success has been on layaway and I've been paying it off for years. Years, ladies and gentlemen. Years. Since 2015, I've been paying my dues here. Since 2015, I've been paying the cost. I've even went up on the amount I was paying. I went up on the effort I was giving over the years. I'm not giving the same effort in 2022 that I was giving in 2015. I'm not giving the same effort I was giving in 2020 that I'm giving in 2022. It's a much different effort now. It's a much different effort. I'm adding more than ever. I told somebody I've never worked this hard in my life. I ain't never worked this hard. I ain't never worked this hard. And you should feel like that about what it is you're doing right now. You should feel like you ain't never worked this hard. If you feel, you should feel like I ain't never put in this much work for my goals. I ain't never put in this much energy for what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm working harder than I've ever worked before. That's how you be feeling right now. And you got to tell yourself the truth. My brother Cliff is in the comments. He said, never had this much faith either. You better have more faith in yourself now than you did last year. You better have more belief in yourself than you did last year. You better be putting more work in this year than you did last year. Some people are doing the same work expecting different results. Some people, the reason why people are in the same spot they was in 2017, 2018, 2019, because they're doing the same stuff. They yet to pay the cost of change. They've yet to change. They've yet to change their energy. They've yet to change their mindset. They've yet to change their habits. Some people think eventually I'll get there. If I just keep doing it, eventually something will happen. And I'm here to tell you, no, that's not how it works. Consistency is only a part of the process. It ain't the reason why you're going to make it. People do the same thing for years and they become unsuccessful or they stay where they are. Consistency is just simply a part of the process. It ain't everything. It ain't everything. It's not about what you did last year. It's not about the year before. Like I said, last game stats don't count for this game. Last year's championship don't count for this year's championship. You got to recognize what's actually happening. The world is changing and evolving, and you're doing the same stuff. I'm going to give an example. Most people rely, you hear what I'm saying? They rely on Instagram and social media to build what they're building. They rely on it. And the reason why I'm saying is because maybe if you've been relying on that for so long, it's time to change. It's time to change. So I don't know about y'all, but year 2022, for myself, for the people I work with, for my partners, for the shows here, for the Good News Network, anybody I work with, this is a big year. This is going to be the biggest year of my life. I feel it in my soul. I've been preparing for this year to be the biggest year of my life. I said this was going to be the biggest year of my life last year. So I made sure we were prepared to make that a reality. So ladies and gentlemen, what's the one thing you must change, and will you pay the cost? Will you pay the cost that's required for you to change? If you will not pay the cost to change, then things will be the same for you. And you will be stuck right where you are. Like your legs are in cement. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you don't change, it's like cement. If you don't move, you will ultimately be stuck right where you are. You hear what I just said? If you don't move, you will be stuck right where you are forever. Shout out to my brother Cliff, man. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for everybody that tuned in today. Devontae, Jason, man, appreciate y'all so much for being a part of the conversation. The cost of change is high. Pay for it. I'll see y'all on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get at it.